Hello and welcome back. If you watched the previous video, you saw me machining one of these guys. These are the little terminals that are on the Extech quad power supply here. And yeah, so I ended up removing the shoulder and I put on some heat shrink tubing over the edge here. And this heat shrink tubing is not like, it's very stiff, like plastic. Like it's not flexible after it gets heated up. It's really strong stuff, so it's better than normal heat shrink tubing anyways. So I went ahead and put that on there, cut a little pieces off and put that on these guys. And I just want to show you how this is actually going to work. So, you know, this goes back on here like this one, and then we'll put, so this will go into the power supply to the circuit board. Then we'll put this ring terminal on, then this insulating washer on, then the ring terminal, and then the nut. And I can show you, so I got this guy already together. So if we go over here, and I'll show you how this works, if we can get it to decide that this is where we want it to focus. There you go. So when I push this through, you'll see we bottom out on the little red nut here, hits this, or red washer. And then inside here you can see there's a piece of plastic that goes all the way to the circuit board. So because I cut away that shoulder, the other side of that no longer touches the other side of the circuit board. And see, now we've got our insulating segment there. So the next part that goes on will be the ring terminal. And it's going to be really hard to do, but anyways, imagine that a ring terminal is on there, and that allows it to touch the circuit board here. So you pick up that point, and then next would be our insulating washer goes on there to separate it, and then the next ring terminal goes on, and then the nut goes on next. And if we look down here, this is one that's already been assembled, so you can see it still works just like it did before, still perfectly flush. The length is all the same, everything looks stock from outside. We get the focus here. Focus. You know you want to focus. Okay, one of these days I'll get a real camera. I don't know what it, there has to be enough, there you go. And if I go and take my meter here, so we're on continuity check, and I put that in here, you can see that my bottom terminal is completely isolated from the peg now, and my top terminal is now connected. So, and if I go the opposite way, so we'll go kind of in there, and then if I can remember where the I think up here it's this one. So that one's now connected to the circuit board. And then if I go like this, it's no longer connected to the circuit board. But it is connected to the terminal. So that's exactly what we need. So we'll come off of this guy over to the relay, and then come back from the relay to the other pin, and that'll allow us to still see everything. The reason I have to do that is because they do all the routing through this circuit board panel. You can see the one pin's way back here, but it makes its way over here. And I didn't want to cut a bunch of traces and stuff because they're also doing their feedback loop on there to monitor, to take account for any of the losses through the system. So their voltage sense point is actually at this terminal, and so is the what the voltmeter displays. So you can see they kind of have a little, there's some pictures that I took of the circuit board. You can see it's like a star, so you can see like different traces going off to different points. So yeah, the current sense, you can kind of see the coil, and there's the current sense resistor. And those are on the negative side, so we're not touching those. Those are going to stay stock. But anyways, I think that hopefully explains what's going on there. Essentially, we're making it so this terminal no longer touches the circuit board, but we end up with one ring terminal touching the circuit board and the other ring terminal touching just this post through the nut. So yeah, that's pretty much going on. So anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.